The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Green Bay Packers. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, set to get this one started. Off we go from Green Bay. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, here's Dylan Sampson. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A huge play right off the bat. 31 yards.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
Let's go now.
Now, faking the give. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
Love the idea of going for it on fourth down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on fourth down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
There's a give up the middle for Sampson. And there's defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal, but I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 20. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Right back to him on first down. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
36-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's McCarthy. They'll look to set up the screen here. He's got room at the 30. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
Ready? Buffalo 18, Cowboy 8. Go.
They'll run with the rookie, drafted in the 3rd round. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
They'll go. Here's McCarthy. That one intercepted. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ballgame. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
Ready, go!
Toss to the left, and Sampson. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 38-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
3rd and 10.
Go! Steady up.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Ready? Motion, motion, motion. 70 Lions.
They'll begin here on the ground. He gets free inside the 40. And he is gone. 88 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now here comes the screen to Sampson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. We are through one. It's the Packers on top. And we're back. Lambeau Field in just a moment. Start of the second. Browns in control of the football as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. 60 by 6. Let's go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Micah Parsons. He gets into drop in. It's a loss of 8.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Cowboy 80.
Back to throw. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again.
What a first half for this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control, and you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to be hit like this.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Well, if that was a pickup on first or second down, you'd be thrilled. But here on third and long, just doesn't quite get enough to pick up the first down, and it's going to bring up fourth.
From the six.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. They go three tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Back to 60. Back to 60. Take off.
Now a give up the middle. And this tackle there, he pushes forward. That'll give him 4 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 5.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hurt. Let's go.
They'll stick with him again. Good running inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. That is second touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Packers extend their advantage to 14-3.
14. Browns 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Get it.
They'll start on the ground with Sampson. Room to run at the 35. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It is a big play for the Browns. 31 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive. And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Inside run with Sampson. Not much there, a yard or 2 down to the 48. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd down and 9.
Come on. Hey, go.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get there. Couple of yards short. And this is going to be a turnover on downs.
Well, that was a disaster. I like the call. I like going for it on fourth down. Give your offense a chance to extend this drive and maintain possession, but after going the wrong way, now they're going to have to watch the other team take over after failing to move the chains.
And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A big play to kick off this drive. 38 yards. It's a three tight end look as they have it first and 10.
19.
Handoff here, up the middle, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's second and 9. Look at play action here with McCarthy. To the left side, he finds Kraft. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up third and 5.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Packers. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Sampson to start this drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. First down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more from Lambeau Field after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Throwing now on first and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play taking it into the red zone. It is a big play for the Browns. It's a gain of 34.
And the Browns first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Quay Walker. He gets in for the sack. It took a while, but that is his first on the year. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be forced out of bounds. Still plenty of work to do. 3rd and long coming up.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
That was a big-time answer by this offense, and they really needed it. I mean, this game, it looked like it was starting to get away, didn't it, Mike? I mean, now it's up to their defense. Can they get a stop of their own so they can get their offense back out there, get the ball back, and try to build off this last drive?
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Packers' 41-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw, taken in. And he is out of bounds. Markham at the 25. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Cleveland.
16 yards.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Sampson. They will take this down right to the edge of the red zone. 21. The all-pro Micah Parsons there for the stop. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. They'll look to throw. A throw there on 2nd down. Going to be incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
At the 23-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 5.
Set. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Get up.
He'll turn and hand this one off. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. The open man is Reed. He's got it. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to. And it's certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Bison. Rig alert. Rig alert. Check out.
They'll try the right side this time. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Green Bay. 3 touchdowns for him now in this one. And he's up to 10 on the year. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Dylan Sampson was the man he was trying to hook up with there. And it'll bring up second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Get it. Ready.
Back to the air once more on second down. Harris Leofeld. He's able to force the big loss on the sack. And it sets up third and long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line. And if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Here we go. Here we go.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down.
It's a turnover on down.
Come on, set. Trap, trap. Trap 60. 18 run. Speed.
Up the middle they go. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. Now a 3rd and 2. Play action now. It's McCarthy. That one caught. He finds Golden. And he'll be out of bounds, but he has the first down inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
A run on 1st and goal. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
They'll go with him again. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Play lost a yard.
This defense is doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
Will set up the screen for Gibson. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. That one is good. And the Packers add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. Ready, get! Here we go. Here's a give, left side at Sampson. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle. From 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. Going for it all. That's going to be incomplete. Humphrey's very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. They came up a little bit short there on 3rd down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in 4-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores, you cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He will have the conversion and more. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Give him 19 yards as they get the fourth down conversion. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. It is a big play for the Browns. It's a gain of 34. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll look to throw yet again. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get them here again.
They'll throw out of the gun. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Cleveland. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Trying to start on the ground. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It is 2nd and 6.
Viking 18.
Well, we see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Dragon 60. 19 Tiger. 19 Tigers.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. He will not be able to get to the end. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss. And it brings up 4th down.
On comes the Packers punting team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
The second down throw is incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Cup 19. Ready.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been.
And he's going to be hit